Hello, YouTube family. Welcome back to No More RIP, No More Residing in Poverty. My name is Ray Williams, and today's video I will be talking about scammers teaching people how to make money with credit repair. First of all, give me the thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, visit our website, email us if you have any questions or comments. Now, the reason for this particular video, because for the last two and a half months, I have been reviewing and studying people who are supposedly be teaching other people how to get into the credit repair business. And the reason they teach this is because in a lot of cases, they know that they cannot make money in the credit repair business as a credit repair, say, specialist or consultant, etc. Number one reason, the business is unregulated. So basically, anyone can put together some materials, get a little bit of education, package that material, and resell that material to other people and convince them that they can make a lot of money in the credit repair business. But in reviewing several videos, I have noticed one thing that's not included. And the first thing to know and understand is collecting payments based on Section 15, United States Code, Chapter 41, Subchapter 2-8, credit repair organizations. Under 1679B, prohibited practices, payment in advance. No credit repair organization may charge or receive any money or other valuable consideration for the performance of any service which the credit repair organization has agreed to perform for any consumer before such service is fully performed. So what this means is you can't get paid until you complete the services. And you also have to prove that the service is completed. You just can't say I completed the service. So if someone have 5 items on their credit report and you convince them that you can remove those 5 items, you have to show them proof that those 5 items have been removed before they pay you. So in other words, you may end up doing a lot of work for months before you get paid. So imagine if you get into this business and you take on 20 clients in the first month. None of those clients can pay you anything. They can't pay you an application fee. They cannot pay you a processing fee. They cannot pay you anything if you are going to work on their credit. Can you afford this? Okay, so let's go with one thing in Section 609, which refers to the Fair Credit Reporting Act. That basically in Section 609 addresses your rights to request copies of your credit reports and associated information that appears on your credit reports. Section 609 does not have anything to do with your right to dispute information on your credit reports or a credit reporting agency obligation to perform investigations into your dispute. 609 only deals with you and your right to access information. Now, they do have a lot of people in the credit repair business have what they call the 609 dispute letter. There is no such thing, number one. 609 is a regulation that, again, gives you the right to the information that's in your credit report from the credit reporting agencies. But the people in the credit repair industry teach that it's a secret or it's a legal loophole that can force the credit reporting agencies to remove certain negative information from your credit report. Not true. And you can't spend your money on these glorified templates if that's what you want. Anyone can write a dispute letter, whether it's on a napkin, it's on a regular sheet of paper. You can dispute it online with the credit agency, but there is no specific letter that can get items removed. Because when you're speaking of disputing items, generally you're speaking of information that is inaccurate, it's not true, there's been an error in the reporting. Again, there is no such thing mentioned in the Fair Credit Reporting Act about a 609 letter. The Fair Credit Reporting Act entitles consumers to all of the information the credit reporting agencies have in their system, not information they do not have in their system. So you cannot request documentations for, say, on a contract from the credit agency. They do not maintain that information. You would have to contact, or in some cases, the credit agencies will contact the owners of the information, the originators of that information for those documents. But the credit bureau is not required to have or present you anything that they do not have in your file. Okay, also, for those going into the credit repair industry, another important point, this information, the consumer file, the consumer credit file writes under state and federal law. So whenever you sign someone up, this statement has to be included in your agreement or your contracts. Basically, this is informing the consumers of their rights. And also, if you go to section 1679B, prohibited practices, it states in section B, payments in advance. No credit repair organization may charge or receive any money or other valuable consideration for the performance of any service which the credit repair organization has agreed to perform until it is fully completed. So basically what I mentioned earlier, it cannot collect payments. That's the law. Okay, now here, notable points. The video that's coming up next, I encourage you to watch the full video. It's only about, I think, 24, 25 minutes. But what I did here, I pointed out the timelines on statements that's made in the video. At the 3-minute 9-second, he speaks about teaching how to. Someone calls in and he explained to them that he do not work on the credit, that he just teach other people to do what he do. That's no problem, as long as the information is correct. But as you will see, some of the information he teaches is not correct. 3 minutes, 40 seconds, dispute letters, which I just talked about. No dispute letter is better than another, as long as the dispute is not frivolous. So long as you send a dispute letter in that is truthful, that's what counts. There's no specific wording, no legal terminology you need to use. You explain why you are disputing the information. That's all. 7 minutes, 50 seconds, late deletion guide. Okay, late payments can be deleted if the information is inaccurate, outdated, an error, or cannot be verified. Accurate late payments will not be removed. So a lot of times when these credit repair companies are, they're trying to get stuff deleted, they try to just keep shooting these letters in and disputing the information, which the credit bureaus is on to. But late payments can be deleted if the information is inaccurate, outdated, it's an error, or it cannot be verified. So a lot of times they don't mention that. 10 minutes and 30 seconds, deletions after 30 days. True. But if the account is verified later, the account or accounts can be reinserted. And what happens here a lot of times, they play on the fact that the credit bureau may not respond within 30 days for various reasons. But what they don't explain is that after the 30-day period, let's say 45, 60 days, the credit bureau or the creditor verify the information with the credit bureau. Then the credit bureau can reinsert that information. So you have to understand that. 12 minutes, 10 seconds, service and transfer of student loans is ID theft. Now, when you listen to this, this really raised my eyebrow because this guy has lots of videos out there, which I have reviewed, maybe 8 to 10 of them, and lots of misinformation. And this is one of them. He claimed that he tells the person that transferring a student loan is ID theft. It's not a theft, it's a transfer. Servicers have the right to transfer or reassign the loans they service. It happens all the time in the automobile industry, credit card industry, mortgage industry, and student loan industry. It's a loan like any other loan. And most promissory notes have the statement that the loan may be transferred, the loan servicing may be transferred. But it is not ID theft. And he seems to really believe, or he's very convincing, that this servicing transfer is ID theft. It's nowhere close to ID theft. It's legal servicing transfer. 1350, suing for correcting reports, burden of proof. Okay, yes, you can sue the credit bureau if they do not correct the files. If you have evidence that the information they're reporting is inaccurate and incorrect. So you also have to have a proof if you sue them for not recording or not removing the information. You can't sue if you have proof the information should not be there. 17-minute point. Taking on students, again, as I mentioned, because if they were his clients and he was doing credit repair, he could not basically make any money, or it will be very difficult to get paid. And it would be over a long period of time in some cases. But the big issue here is it's easier to sell others on becoming credit repair specialists because you are in an unregulated side of it, and the information you sell and teach is not regulated. So that's where you make your money, which is no problem if you are teaching the proper way and providing professional and truthful, factual information. Okay, 1948. Student loans are easy to get removed. It's basically easy to tell people, this if you don't have proof or can show proof that it can be done. Student loans are no different than any other debt. So there's no special thing you can do to get student loans removed. Student loans, in some cases, can be removed if there was an error on the lender's part, if the loan was provided unlawfully. So there are various reasons if you can prove that the student loan shouldn't be there because of certain activities that took place. Okay, this is the video. So again, when you have a chance, go and watch the video. And next, we have tips. 5 tips for avoiding credit repair scams. Number 1, don't believe the hype. Scammers generally make consumers believe they have the secret for solving their problems. So you find scammers, they'll always convince people that, hey, this is what I can do for you. I have the secret. It's not a secret when thousands of people know, or you're selling the secret to hundreds or thousands, whatever that number is. So how is it a secret? There are no secrets. All the information is out there. You can find it online. And number 2, don't take their word as truth. Research the person and the company, ask questions, and get a second or third opinion. That's where a lot of people make mistakes because they get some salesperson who's very good at their job, smooth talker, good closer, and they convince them that, hey, this is correct. You don't have to research anything. And give an example in one of my previous videos where I talked about few people that was ripped off by this guy who had a concert promotion company, and it was a Ponzi scam. And unfortunately, one lady invested $1 million out of her 401k plan into this company because he had convinced her that he could make her a lot more money than she was making on her 401k. What happened? She did not take the time to investigate him. And if she had, she would have realized or found out that he had been arrested for fraud in the past. And she wasn't the only one. She put up 1 million. Another lady put up 600,000. So take your time. Don't get involved emotionally when you are investing or when you are buying a product or service. Take the time to do your research. As I always tell people when I go to events and they have the one closers there who their job is to close after a 1.5 hour seminar. Hey, if it's that great of an opportunity, it will be around 2 weeks, 2 months from now, a year from now. It's not going anywhere. So I'm in no hurry to make the purchase. Let me perform my due diligence, investigate your company, your products, and then I will make an informed decision. Number 3, never make a purchase without a contractual agreement. Consumers love scammers who buy based on their emotions. As I talked about earlier, you need this now. You will miss an opportunity if you don't do this now. This is only good for 2 days. It's only good for the next hour. So what they are looking for is people who make decisions based on emotions. It's not the only opportunity out there. So if you miss out, no big deal. There will be other opportunities. But never buy or sign up for anything based on emotions. I mean, that's automobiles, classes, anything where people are trying to get you to sign on the spot what is called a one-time close, meaning on the first conversation, they close the loan. They close the deal. They don't want you to take time and think about it. They don't want you to take time and read the contract. In fact, I always encourage my clients to get a copy of the contract before they sign up. But if they have a right of rescission, such as say a refinancing a home or a home equity loan, and certain type of loans where they have 3-day some personal loans have 3-day right of rescission, which gives you 3 days to review the contract. And if you are not happy with the contract, you can rescind that loan and get out of it. But to me, if the company is a good company, they should have no problem with you requesting a copy of the contract before you sign. My company, you go to our website, anything that we have regarding it that require a contract, we have it online. You can download and read that contract before you buy or sign up with anything with our company, because it's only fair. And also, even with that, number 4, never rely on a written guarantee without reading the contract. Scammers will, use written guarantees with wording that protects them from honoring the guarantee. Such things such as small print, certain words that they can use to legally get out of the force guarantee. It happens all the time. Guarantee, again, is one of those emotional things that people get caught up in. They said it's guaranteed. Okay, they can say it's guaranteed. They can put in the contract it's guaranteed. But how does the contract read? What type of wording is in that guarantee that protects you, not just them? Number 5, never make a purchase based on someone else's experience. Scammers rely on victims to spread the word. Don't assume the other person understands what they purchase. Do your homework. And that's one of those things you see, well, my relative or my friend or whoever, they told me about this opportunity, So I got in on it, only to realize they didn't do any research. They just signed on the dotted line. Now they got scammed, and now they talk you into becoming part of the scam. So do your research, do your homework. Again, become an informed consumer, a knowledgeable consumer. That's what we are about at Greenway Capital Management. We are about financial literacy. We're about teaching, educating rather, and coaching people when it comes to financial literacy. Because, as we always say, financial literacy is power. So get the power, become financially literate. Don't fall for the scams. Go to our website, www.unionemmettinc.com, and you can get information. You can also email us if you have any questions or comments. Thank you for watching the video, and hopefully you will subscribe. Give us a thumbs up. Tell your friends. Advise your friends to subscribe to our channel if they want to become financially literate and financially empowered by that financial literacy. Thank you for watching.